Hello Aries, and welcome to my channel Spiritual Nomad. I hope I find you well this week. I am a little less hot and sweaty today, which is nice. Needless to say, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And also, if you're focusing on one area of your life and it's not really sitting there, perhaps look at other areas of your life. It may be that you're getting a message about an area of your life that you're less focused on, but it will actually lead you to what you are focusing on. So, for example, if you're not looking at career or moving house or something like that, you're looking at love, maybe those moves will take you to finding maybe you'll move next door to your soulmate, who knows. So never sort of blank out subjects that you're perhaps not interested in and think that they're not relevant to what's currently on your mind, because it all links and loops together. Let's have a look. One more shuffle and then we'll make a start with your reading. Aries, right. Okay, let's get going. Okay, nice beginnings for you there. Okay, so basically, yeah, if I remember rightly, so I'm just having stuff from last week coming back to me here that yeah, Aries was definitely in a situation where a lot of stuff's fallen into place for you, but it had sort of it had left you with the elephant in the room of the aspects that weren't. And yeah, this is very much so. We've got a continuation from that, really. Of we've got a 10 and a 10 with the nine of wands in between. So so that feeling of restriction and that feeling overburdened is coming to an end for you. So to be honest, I mean, your reading last week, apart from this, you know, the elephant in the room, was bliss. And you know, Aries, you've got a lot going in the right direction for you right now. If it's not feeling like that for you right now, look at what's around you. You're not seeing something. That's just something that's come through. So if you're sitting there going, my life's not amazing, what aren't you seeing? What's literally right there that you're not seeing? What talent aren't you utilising if you're not making money or work's not going well? What best friend is there every day that you haven't realised has been crazy mad in love with you for the last 10 years? And actually maybe you might just love them too. So if you're not already literally painting the white picket fence, which I think a lot of Aries might be, and you're like, huh? Look around you. Look around you. Maybe because you've been guarded in the past. Because I'm not saying that Aries has had an idyllic handed to them on a platter their life. No way. But and that may, for some of you, perhaps you've had your guard up. Perhaps you've been overly defensive. And in doing so, you're missing what's around you. Right, let's pull a few more cards and move forward with this. Yeah, I mean, definitely. So whether you're in a happy union with somebody or not is irrelevant. What you've got going on for you is so we did touch on this last week for sure, is that there's something that you've wanted to do, or you've been striving to do, or trying to do, or you've been working really hard at already. So like I said, if there's some unutilised talent, something that you're really, really good at, that's perhaps been a hobby for you, you know, maybe you're a brilliant artist but you work as a bank clerk, or you know, perhaps you play an amazing guitar, but you know, you work in the, I was going to say video store, but there's no such thing anymore. But you get my drift. So there's been, I'm seeing sort of the turning of a hobby, manifesting a hobby or a love or a passion into your going to say career, but life, really. You know, it's, you know, it could be you've got a few, maybe you've got a few hobbies out there, a few things, and it's like, which one, you know, because I'm seeing the Magician, obviously he's one, we've got the Magician and the Ace of Wands, so it's like a new soul, but he's got all of the elements on his table. So he is one, and he's beginning, and he's inspirational and all those things. But actually, if you look at it, he's got a pentagon, he's got a cup, he's got a sword, he's got a wand. So perhaps one of your problems up to now has been that actually you're good at quite a few things, and you love more than one thing. And it's like, well, I really love singing, and I love painting. And actually, if I'm going to turn one of them from a hobby into a career, I have to choose which one. That card on the top was desperate to slip off, and that's the Devil in reverse. So, interestingly, and it's fallen on top of it, it's clarifying that, that reversed Queen of Swords there, who was intriguing. I was wondering if she was an inner voice or an actual person that's perhaps been discouraging. And with the reverse devil falling on top of her, it's like, this is what's been moving, this is what's been being removed or overcome. Sometimes it can even be a well-meaning parent or friend, so they may not actually, sometimes they think that they're sort of, so if they're sort of saying to you, oh, God's sake, you know, don't give up your job and go and pursue music, they mean it well. But they're wrong, certainly in this instance. Not in every instance, not everybody's going to be a rock star, but some people are. Some people are, and I think that's the point here, is that, you know, it's been well-meaning, or this could even be, it's one person, but it's representing a collective. So it could be representing a collective of negativity. Maybe it's even that actually with a slightly negative or toxic friendship group that aren't very good at manifesting themselves, and so actually inwardly they kind of don't want you to succeed because of how it makes them feel. And again, that's on a subconscious level. It's not necessarily that somebody's being manipulative and intentionally trying to hold you back or keep you down. And of course, like I said, it could even just be you. This could be you, your inner voice, telling you, well, I can't do it, I'm not good enough. Yeah, and then we've like followed straight, as I say that, we pull the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Can't do this anymore, do I want to do this anymore, can I be bothered, it's got so far, but is it actually going to get any better? And then we've got the Knight of Cups coming in, so I think there's a suggestion there that somebody, so before we definitely had a supportive partner or person that was definitely there for you, and again I think this is this person saying, yes you can. So I think last week, you know, you started to really genuinely think about manifesting something new and moving away from where you are. This week you may have hit a bit of a, can I really do this? Yes, you can. So that's the message, that's the clear message, is yes you can, yes you can, yes you can. And you've got to just fight that inner demon or the people around you, or probably a mixture of the two. I mean, people out there in your sort of social networking that will immediately just say, oh, you can't possibly do that. And a lot of the reason that they say it as well is because they're making excuses for themselves as they say it to you as to why they haven't done it. Yeah, so, bottom of the deck. Oh, we had that at the bottom of the deck for someone else. Interesting. It was Pisces, so was it? I don't remember, sorry. But yeah, have a look. Somebody else had that as at the bottom of the deck for them too, and I'm just wondering if that's the person you're involved with, either whether they're the person that is supporting you or they're the person that is holding you back. Worth having a look and cross-watching. If there's signs that are very relevant in your life, it's worth cross-watching and watching theirs as well to sometimes get a better feeling of, and it can answer all the questions for you as well. So yeah, you need to come out of a situation. You felt very I think you might have had a long period you may have been really sort of secretly struggling to be. Maybe you had two things. Maybe you've been an artist and a singer, and actually you really want to be a singer, but it kind of like doesn't feel like it always seems to sort of hit no, and so you've actually been following the artist side of things, and at the same time waiting tables, but that's not really your passion. That one is. If you get what I'm saying, I'm hoping this will make sense to someone. So this is where you are. These are the two passions. Actually, secretly, you really, really, really want this one, and maybe it's a little bit more out there than this one. So as much as this is better than that, it is a compromise from what you really want. And actually, what you really want is possibly one of those. It's possibly something that you just are going to get that you are going to get the 10 of Swords. You are going to get people putting you down. But this is going to come to an end, but my worry is that you've been scarred too deeply and you're not going to let your wishes be fulfilled. You need to come out. So it's saying that you are going to come out of your binds. You are going to come out of your own self-inflicted restrictions. However, my worry is and the message is that you must, if you want your wishes to be fulfilled, if you want success in what you really, really want, you've got to wash away all the things that you've got to work through these things, these criticisms. You've got to toughen up. Actually, you've got to grow a thicker skin. I've just got on this card is the thicker skin for the wish fulfillment. You have got that person that's supporting you and helping you and encouraging you, albeit maybe it's just literally one person and everybody else is not, or everybody kind of wants you to fall almost. And there's a sensitivity, and I think you don't necessarily put that sensitivity always forward. Some of you do, but a lot of you don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Some of you do, and are quite obviously vulnerable, but others like to keep that busheled away a little bit. And so people think you've got a thicker skin than you have, and actually you're not thick-skinned at all. You're quite sensitive. And it's saying you actually need to toughen up and not take everything that you hear to heart. So if, for example, you've been out and you've sung in front of everybody, and that's taken every little piece of you to get there and do that, and you get some negative feedback on it, and you go, well, that's it. I'm not singing again. Not if that's what's happening. You really got it. Like, everyone gets that. Everybody gets that. Think of like famous stars up there, and you yourself sitting there criticising them. The amount of times I've sat there, a song comes on the radio, and people that can't sing a note are criticising the person that's made it and is on the radio. So that really, it's part of it. It's part of it, and if you want it, you are going to have to toughen up and deal with that. Right, I'm going to pull you a Wild Offerings Oracle card. I've rambled on a little bit too long there. Sorry about that. Try and keep them around the 10-minute realm, but it is easier said than done. Right, I'll shuffle. Right, let's see. Creative blocks. I just love how these just always seem to marry in with the reading that I've just been doing. So creative blocks, if you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, make it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good, to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Okay, so that's very interesting, and something that, so creative block being something that can very much be created by any negative response you might have had to something in the past. Now, you are always going to get a mixture of the two, and it's very easy to listen to the negative and not hear the positive, and that in itself can create blocks for the future, which then obviously are going to stop you moving forward and getting your wish fulfillment. So release the creative blocks. That is your message. That is probably going to be the title of your video this week. So I hope this has been really helpful for some Aries out there. If not, if it's not resonated at all for you and doesn't make any sense, don't worry about it. Maybe look at your moon and rising signs instead and see if they make any more sense. But I'm thinking that it is going to resonate with somebody out there this week. There's definitely a very clear message for somebody. If it does and you've enjoyed your reading, please click like and subscribe. This has been the Spiritual Nomad channel, and I hope you will join me again next week. Thank you for watching.